So this story takes place in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Think about Christmas time, 1989. My ex-wife's family hadn't seen her in about 11 years. I meet her elder brother, Paul, really cool guy. We partied together. Probably known him about a month. He tells me, he says, "Hey man, let's go bear hunting on Christmas Day." So I said, "Hell yeah, all right, go hunt some bear." So you ever meet one of these guys that pulls your leg all the time? Every story he tells, everything he tells you is a story. That's how Paul was. So Paul and I get up real early, head out to the mountain, Mount Magazine, and we crawl over boulders. He's got me right below Cove Lake, looking in caves, holes, just bullshit. There was no bears out there, but he had me going. So he goes, "Hey man, I guess the bears aren't around here. Let's go deer hunting on Red Bluff." And Red Bluff was about halfway up Mount Magazine, a couple miles from where we were. So we drove up on this old dirt road that went around the side of the mountain. And he tells me, he says, "Yeah, let's go set up and see if we can get some beer." So we go, and in shortly, maybe at 45 minutes to an hour, it starts raining hard. And Paul had brought a poncho. We had a 12-pack of beer, a little bit of smoke. We get under this poncho together. Paul tells me, he says, "Man, I was up here last year. This stranger, I'd never met him before. Never seen him in this area. He's walking along this gas pipeline that goes over the mountain. We're about 100 yards from it." He goes, "Yeah, this dude, he saw me and he came over. He said, 'Hey man, do you got a cigarette?' So I gave him a cigarette. He goes, out of the blue, guy asked me, he said, 'Man, you ever had a blowjob from a guy before?' He goes, 'Man, I ain't gay.' He goes, 'What are you talking about?' And the guy says, 'No, no, it's not like that. It's different, man. It's different from a woman. It's really cool. It's different.' Paul's like shoulder to shoulder with me in this underneath this poncho. And he goes, so I let him give me one. And the hair goes on up on the back of my neck. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, what's this guy doing? He's hitting on me. And I'm like, what? He goes, no, no, man, it's not a gay thing. He said, but it was really good. And I'm like, oh my God, please stop raining so I can get the fuck out of here. And so I've creeped over as far as I can go under this poncho to get not touch him. And I'm like, dude, that's weird. He goes, no, no, it was all right. He goes, I'm not gay or nothing. And I'm like, that's, dude, ain't no way. Don't even. What kind of story is that? I said, man, don't tell anybody that shit. So shortly it stopped raining. There was silence in the poncho for a while. And it stops raining. I said, hey, about time to go, right? It's pretty miserable out here. So it was cold and wet. We head back to the house. It was a long way back to the truck. Get to the truck, head to the house, to the father-in-law's house where we were staying. And I go in the bedroom where call the old lady over. I said, come here. I said, your brother was hitting on me. He's gay. And she goes, there is no way my brother's gay. He's probably been with every girl in this county. I'm like, no, that motherfucker is gay. He was hitting on me under a fucking poncho in the woods, talking about getting a blowjob from some stranger on the pipeline. I'm like, that motherfucker's wicked, cruel, doing that to me. So she says, there's no way my brother's gay. I'm like, no, you weren't there. You don't know what I was told. He got this guy, never met him before. The guy asked him if he wanted a blowjob. He gave him a blowjob. And I said, your brother's gay. So she goes, bullshit. So we get called to dinner. Go out, and the father-in-law has me sit across from him at the end of the table. And he says, all right, let's say a prayer. We say a prayer. And he goes, hey, Kerwin, y'all meet any strangers in the woods? And everybody starts laughing. And I was like, this motherfucker. So that's how you get your leg pulled by an Arkansas redneck.